All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the continuation of the way you feel about you. We call that part two, right? The way you feel about you, part two. That kind of rhymes too. The point I'm trying to make from that prior video or episode is that we are kind of special in the way that we can, through our vision, we can create what we want. If we can visualize it, we actually have the ability to create it. We really do. And on different levels as well, because once something is created that didn't exist before, someone's coming behind it with another episode of it or another episode of that, right? That's how it works. Because when you think about somebody who breaks, let's say, a record, once that record is broken, it may stand for a long time, but there are people trying to get to that record. Please know that. And that record didn't exist before that first person did it. And it's like that when you want to do something with your life. You may say you don't want to copy somebody else because you don't want to look like them, but you're not going to look like them because you're you. When you bring you to the table, you change the whole dynamic. It's like one of the scenarios I like to give is that when you walk into a room, the energy changes. Think about it. If you walk into a room and nobody knows you, what are they going to do? They're going to turn around and look at you and say, who was that? And why are they here? And what do they want? Right? Or if nothing else, you're bringing you. That's our special gift in life, is that only we can bring us. You can't bring me. I can't bring you. And you don't know what people will like, right? Because some people like you and don't like me, right? That happens. It's like that in life. That's one of the beautiful things about it. Once you're able to realize that for yourself, everybody's not going to like you. That's not bad. As a matter of fact, the rule of 10 says 3 people are going to like you, 3 people are not going to like you, and 4 don't care. Right? So you don't really want to try to focus on people that are not going to like you anyway. You want to focus on doing what you do. If you're able to do what you do from beginning to end, mission accomplished. People are going to digest it any way they digest it. That's them. It has nothing to do with you. Now, if it's exceptional what you just did, then that's going to resonate with people who, can show you a way. But if not, oh well, you did it. You brought you to the table, right? People now know who you are. And you did the best you could, though. Just always focus on that now. Focus on being not haphazardly, bringing you to the table. You want to, work on you, which is the personal development part. You want to continually get better at being you. Don't focus so much on outdoing someone else. Focus more on being the best you that you can present to the world. And through that process, the world, or the universe, I like to call it, will reward you. Because you have so many people who have those special skills and gifts, or the skills and gifts that they've cultivated and gotten better at, but won't share those with the world. And they'll sit back and watch other people and say, I could do that better than them. I could do that better than them. Well, why aren't you doing that? What's holding you back? Right? You know what's holding them back? Fear. Right. Fear. That's it. Now, how do you overcome fear? A lot of times it's just getting an understanding of what you're afraid of, processing that differently, framing the way you feel about that a little different, right? Because if you don't put so much emphasis on the fear part and more emphasis on the outcome, because you may like it, but you're just afraid to do it, or you feel like you want to do it, but you're just afraid to, like public speaking. Public speaking, it was difficult for me, but I wanted to be able to speak to people. And it took Toastmasters, it took years and years of, getting in front of audiences and cameras and this and that to actually be where I am today. And I still battle with certain things, and I think I always will. And that's okay, because it doesn't stop me. So it's not fear anymore. It's not based in fear. It's based in something else, right? But I always get out and do it, and I live with the results. And that's what I recommend you do. Once you decide that you want to do something, do it and live with the results, especially if it's not hurting anybody or if it has the opportunity to increase your revenue, right? Or give you opportunities in the world. Because see, when you do that, you're actually giving the universe or the God that we pray to something to bless. They're waiting. Said, Larry, we need you to do this so we can bless it, right? And here I am, thinking about it, not liking you for doing what you're doing, focusing on that rather than getting my mind where I need to create what I'm creating and let you be mad at me, right? If that's where it's going to be, right? But let me do my thing, right? If I do my thing, I'll live with the results. But if I don't do anything, then there's only regrets, or I believe I could have done better. I wish I would have done. That's not the life we want to live. Life is short. You know it, and I know it. If you don't put you in the game, you'll be out of the game. Right? All right. My name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry. My podcast is Speak with Larry's podcast. Go to speakwithlarry.com, speakwithlarry.blog. Check me out. Like these videos, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next week.